Mun.
I'm Ray.
What's going on, people? How you doing? Happy Saturday.
Ooh, ooh.
That's right. We're back and we're black. You know,
Yes.
We're going to jump on into it.
Right on
The
it.
wife and I was checking out Good Times. You remember? Good times. Eating big. Good times. Anytime you feel free. You know.
Yeah.
So we saw this episode regarding Michael being bused to a white suburban school.
Yeah.
Now,
I had questions about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I had
good.
questions, and I wanted to definitely bring that as a discussion topic on this episode of Monterey, because here we have Michael, who is pro-black, just strong black young boy.
calling the militant midget.
Militant midget. And he is, in my opinion, being asked to suppress that by attending a white school.
And being coerced by his parents to go.
Yes.
He's the only one who has a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
And not only does he have a problem with it, but the parents actually try to do some old psychoanalysis, trip him out to where he afraid to be, ain't my fault he too scared, he afraid to be black or whatever the situation is. They try to coerce him to go. My question on this episode is, and this is real life, why we always think white is better?
Clearly, it shows that they're trying to be what we are. So
I'm just trying to understand. It's like, why do we always believe white is better? I grew up in Southeast DC. Benning Road, off 8th Street, 46th Place, Horseshoe. We had Davis Elementary, Fletcher Johnson, we had Kelly Miller.
all these are schools.
Yeah, these are schools, I'm sorry. H.D. Woodson, all of these in the area where I lived. All black schools, predominantly black school, public schools. And what got me was that I had a damn good education.
And these schools are considered to be, Southeast Washington, D.C.
If you don't know,
is considered to be
the worst of the worst.
worst part of D.C.
It's the projects.
Yeah.
We get project-ish.
Yeah.
All types.
And these schools are in the heart of the worst part of Washington, D.C.
Yes. Now, I'm telling you, in junior high school,
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Miller,
Mm-hmm.
my principal at that time, Mr. Claude E. Moten, rest in peace, was the best damn principal I ever had. Lift Every Voice and Sing was the school anthem. He used to have boys only assemblies. He gave us an understanding of what it was to be a young man. How to respect young ladies, cleanliness, using the bathroom, washing our hands, and things of that nature. He talked to us as if he was that father that a lot of us probably didn't have. But I'm gonna tell you something. When I was in the late 70s, everybody had a daddy in the house.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
I don't give a damn. All my friends, we all had dads in the house. But anyway, the education that I received was absolutely great. Honestly, it was. My school my son was going to when he was coming up, he went to Arts and Technology. That was a school in Northeast. It was a charter school. But this school taught these children how to run an actual show on stage. They taught you behind the scenes. They taught you audio visual. They taught you mic setup. They gave you all engineering. Gave you all that. My sister, who is a welding engineer at this point in time, she went to a public school in Maryland. education. She went to a predominantly black school. My brother, same thing. He's an engineer as well. Why do we believe that going to a white school is better? I'm just trying to understand. In this episode, Mike is like, there's a school right there across the street from the projects. All my friends go there. Why am I being bussed 4 towns over at a place that doesn't want me there? Ruby Bridges, if you're not familiar with the young lady, she's alive today. She went to help integrate an all-white school. She was 6 years old. For one whole entire year, she had to be escorted by the National Guard. The National Guard, because they did not want a black child to go to that school. She was harassed every single day, threatened, being told that we done poison your food, we gonna kill you. There's a picture of her. We're gonna put it into this in the description. We're gonna put it here. There's a woman holding a coffin with a black baby doll in it. Now, this is a trip part. There was a black school right in her neighborhood. But her mother and father wanted her to go to this white school.
Insisted that she go.
To go through all their trauma. Because we believe that white is better. Harvard. Same education. Harvard is a prestigious learning facility. Been out since the 1800s, if I'm not mistaken. Why? Why is it perceived to be prestigious? You got Howard in D.C.
Hell, you got JUCO or junior college.
Yeah. Same education. And Harvard is not that huge. It's not.
It's just exclusive.
It's exclusive.
It's the exclusivity that makes it so prestigious and so hoity-toity and, oh my God, I have to go because it's Harvard.
Yeah, Princeton, Yale, Berkeley, all of these schools, predominantly white. Why are they perceived to be better than Fisk, Morehouse, Spelman, Howard University? Why? We believe that white is always better.
Yes.
I'm so serious.
And that has been and will continue to be the death of us.
Yes.
Literally.
Always.
Literally.
You'll call Princeton Ivy League. Why? Why isn't Morehouse considered to be Ivy League?
Yeah, but you won't call Howard University Ivy League. You know how many intellects these black schools have pushed out?
Thank you. And it's like, it's like when I hear this, it just goes back to the neighborhood, goes back to the restaurants, goes back to designers. I mean, who makes fashion hot? Black folks.
We do.
Who make music hot? Black people. Why is the NBA so popular?
This, not this. Sorry.
I'm being honest. I know it's about race, but I'm just being honest. NBA makes what, $9 billion annually? Who you coming to see? Black men on the court dominating. Why is it that tennis all of a sudden has become one of the hottest sports? Because of 2 beautiful black women, Venus and Serena. So my question again, why is white perceived as better?
There's a woman who is, I'm not sure if she's Nation of Islam, I'm not sure. Okay. Her name is Scheherazade Ali. And she made a comparison speaking about this years ago.
Yeah.
And she said it's almost as if we need if there were 2 stores
right beside
each other, we'd go to the white store because we think their ice is colder. It's ice. It's all cold.
Yeah. And I even seen it on TikTok, and how many times we've said this. You go to a black restaurant, you get that one bad experience, all of a sudden you trash all the black restaurants.
You'll go on Facebook, you'll go on social media and put that shit out there.
Quick, fast, in a hurry.
Oh my God, we went there and I asked for a straw and they didn't give me one.
Oh my God, I'll never go back. Yeah.
That's why I can't. I try to
support black businesses.
You don't try.
No, and it's the craziest thing because
let your white boss piss you off at work.
Yeah, we do this all the time. I'm so serious. We give us a bad name all the time.
We do. We do.
Now, am I sitting here saying that a lot of black folks pretty much don't have attitudes and things of that nature? But just like white people, they do too. But why do we perceive white is better? Seriously. And I know somebody's gonna be on here talking about, but I've been to a white school and it is always compared. It's wonderful. Oh my God, I had a great experience or whatever. Okay, but you have the same experience at the black school because I know I did. I know I did.
And we also understand that experiences are different for different people. Mm-hmm. We get that. Yeah. We're speaking of the collective.
Yes.
You might have that, that 7 out of a million who have a great experience from white schools as opposed to black schools. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. We're not saying it don't work. We're saying that where you are can work.
Yeah, and it's just amazing because here you go, all right? You do know that the taxes that you pay are distributed unequally in white neighborhoods and black neighborhoods. They get more of the tax dollars. Yes, they do. Don't give a damn how you want to sit here and try to cut it. It's still the same way.
Right.
Yes. It's definitely a serious psychological thing that we've been going through generation after generation after generation. I believe that I had a great education. District of Columbia, DC Public Schools. I knew about care. I knew about being proud. I knew about and I'm talking about pre-crack. It's the pre-crack epidemic. You definitely felt love.
Yeah.
In the late 70s, early 80s, oh my God, yeah. From your community, yes.
There was home.
I'm trying to tell you. When I was hooked in school, you better believe my mother knew about it. You know why? Because Miss Williams. She had no problem snitching. I saw my day over there where them boys be doing that stuff. I know what he doing over there. And what my mother didn't do? She didn't cuss Miss Williams out.
It's a sense of community.
She came to me.
Yeah.
Because Miss Williams ain't gonna need to lie.
Right.
Well, what do we do today though? Let somebody come out and talk about your child.
My baby ain't never done nothing to nobody. And we fight.
Yeah.
Like.
Why? Because I'm telling you the truth.
And 12 times out of 10,
either.
you know your kids.
And we didn't fight the teachers either.
Yeah, you know your kids. Quit playing.
When a teacher called you, you didn't go up there and cuss the teacher out. You and the teacher had a united front. A united front, and you went on your child.
It was more about the protection of your child in the building and your child's education. What we were learning, how we were developing.
Yep.
And now it's more about you can't talk about my kid. You can't talk to my kid like that. Or we give these children this entitled sense of knowing that we're going to protect them and cut somebody out at any cost, regardless of the shit they do. And again, you know your kids.
Yeah. But the school system, the community work together.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I can attest to it, my experiences. If my mother had to come to my school on some shit that I was doing, she didn't go to school with an attitude with the teacher.
Because the teacher didn't do it.
Yeah, it was me. It was I who was fucking up. And what did my mother have to do? She dealt with me, and my father dealt with me. They didn't sit around here and beat the teacher up.
For what?
No. Right here today, we are afraid if our child is fucking up, that makes us look bad.
That's exactly what it is. We got secondhand embarrassment.
That's the problem.
We don't need secondhand embarrassment.
If our child suffers from autism, any kind of special needs, we think it's us.
Right.
We did wrong. Young lady, I remember my son was in kindergarten, and the majority of the school of the class was going to the first grade. About 1 or 2 kids had to stay back. And the teacher said it straight up. She said, you know, I feel bad that I have to hold these kids back, but they missed 75 days of school. So is that kid's fault?
Absolutely not.
75 days of school.
That's 3.5 months. You only in school for 9.
75 days of school. And she says, I'm afraid to tell the parents because they're going to get mad at me. Do you see what I'm saying? What has happened from the late 70s to the early 2000s? This is where we've come to, where now the parents and the kids are on each other's side and they're going against the school. And then I saw something on TikTok where my child is going to go to Baltimore County, public school. The child can't read. The child's unable to read on a 4th grade level. You blame the school system.
Yeah, the mother's blaming the school system. School is there to enhance what you are learning at home, what the child is learning at home.
How do you put that on the school? That's your fault.
I told you, it's the same as when the pandemic hit and all children had to be homeschooled. These parents were losing their freaking minds. Because now you have to deal with one student. Imagine what the teachers have to deal with.
And now, you want to blame the school system because you think it's the school system has failed your child. No, it's you who failed your child. And don't let it be a single mother. Oh my God. The heartstrings. Man, please. It was your decision to be a single parent. Yes, it is, because when you went to court, you want full custody.
But that's a different video.
Because your child support check is bigger. I'm just saying, that's for something else. But I'm still speaking on, there is no way a child can have a bad education going to a public school. There's no way. I'm serious. There's no way.
Unless they just choose to not do anything.
A book I read, and I'm going to put the title in the description box. In this book, my man said this: a well-stocked library is the greatest treasure to a poor man.
There you go. Do with that what you will.
A well-stocked library is the greatest treasure to a poor man. I'm gonna leave that right there, and I'm gonna end this because you can't get no better. If you don't know what that means, hey, look, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say.
Sorry.
White, it's not always right. It's not always the best. We associate white with being rich, and black with being poor.
It goes to the dictionary. It goes to Webster's dictionary.
They pushed this narrative for years.
Yeah.
And you don't see this? You don't see this?
Then your eyes on. You don't want to see it.
Yeah.
That's
stay asleep. Stay asleep. I'm Mun.
I'm Ray. That is our time. We thank you for yours. And until the next video, peace.